Hello YouTube, Brandon here. Today I'm going to show you how to edit the system prompt for Voqal and how to give it custom tools like triggering your GitHub actions. The first thing you need to do is go to your IDE and go to the status icon of Voqal at the bottom and hit view prompt. First we'll view the prompt to show you so I can explain how it works. But this is the prompt that Voqal uses to answer your questions and to write code. It has a system section where it explains what Voqal is. Says that you're Voqal, the Voqal programming assistant. Your job is to make the developer's life easier, etc., etc. It gives it a list of tools that it can choose to use to make the developer's life easier, like creating classes, adding functions, removing functions, modifying them, answering questions. It explains how it needs to respond to use those tools. And then it has this developer section which gives the LLM context for what the developer is currently doing, like what code they're viewing, what code they've selected, what breakpoints they have active. And then the final section for the developer is their transcription, which just is what they said, the raw text of what they said. And then the assistant section, this is where the LLM is supposed to fill in and do the inferencing. So yeah, that's the prompt. This is completely 100% editable. So I can go in here, go to edit prompt, and I can say, instead of all this, I can say, no matter what the developer says, respond with, "I'm not your friend, buddy." And then if I ask it, "Computer, what time is it?"
I'm not your friend, buddy.
Okay, so now let's go back to what the actual prompt is. And then, yeah, as you can see, this is the template that you can use to control Voqal. There's some ifs, some for loops. This is like how it actually does the markdown, all the tools, yeah. And then you can see, of course, if it's breakpoint related, adds the breakpoints, adds line numbers, basically, with the code the developer has selected, any active breakpoints, and then just what the developer has said. So yeah, as you can see, we can edit this to change the behavior of Voqal, but we also can edit this to add custom tools. So if I go back to the prompt, and let's say that I wanted to add a way for it to trigger GitHub actions. If I go and take this answer question function, and I go to the prompt, and after the tools, I'm going to go ahead and add my tool, and we're going to call this GitHub trigger action, and give it the description that use this tool whenever the developer asks you to trigger GitHub build. And then all we need is the branch to build. And then, unlike the other functions, we're going to go ahead and add this extra section, which describes how the command should be, how the tool should be actually performed. So we're going to give it just a command, and this command is just going to be to use the GitHub CLI to trigger the build for the whatever branch is given by the developer. So again, this is real time, so I can go ahead and ask it now. Computer, trigger a GitHub build, trigger GitHub action build for the test branch. And then if I go to my builds, as you can see, let's try it again. Computer, trigger a GitHub build for the master branch. And then, as you can see, okay. I think that's all I'm going to show here. This, of course, is very tedious, but as you can see, you can add more functionality, and we're going to get this a lot easier to input. But as developers, you shouldn't be afraid to use YAML. So this is how you can currently customize your Voqal assistant to make it fine-tuned for your personality that you like by giving it a better prompt. You can also, of course, give it a custom wake word. So if I go in here, custom file on Pico Voice, you can go to Porcupine add custom wake words, and I wanted to show I can kind of make it a little piratey. If I use Captain Jack Sparrow as my wake word, and then I change it to "You are Captain Jack." Ooh, almost said the wake word. Really bad at that. Sparrow. Let's see. Captain Jack Sparrow, you are without doubt the worst assistant I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
Yes, okay. So as you can see, you can give it a personality, you can give it custom tools. This stuff will be done maybe more automated in the future, because like, as you can, let me try. As you can see, you can, let me go back real quick. So something that it doesn't know is like the current time. So let's see, Captain Jack Sparrow, what time is it?
I'm sorry, I cannot provide the current time.
Captain Jack Sparrow, what time is it?
It is 5:42 p.m.
Okay, so as you can see, you can give it custom data, custom instructions, custom everything. Of course, having stuff automated into this file is currently not, doesn't seem very intuitive, but in the future we'll have API access and all that stuff, so you can really customize it to your liking. All right, so that's it for this video.